Hey everybody and welcome back. We've got another ReZero review for you. It's episode 29 of the show and episode 4 of season 2. It's called Parent and Child. And this episode is one that I was waiting for because it's kind of gives us a introduction or a taste of what Subaru's life was before he got transported to this world he's in. But I was really excited for it because we got a bunch of information about especially him, how he was before, and both of his parents and their family dynamic.
Yeah.
So, what did you think, Candace?
So right off the bat, it was kind of obvious that they're showing Emilia-looking figurines, all the silver-haired figurines that he has in his room. I don't know if that's kind of like foreshadowing that he's owns Emilia, but it's like maybe like what you mentioned before, like maybe that's his type of girl, like. But I don't know if these are like from different, in his world. Is it like different types of from game characters? Maybe from I don't know.
Well, I think the whole thing, it was just kind of, there's not a whole bunch to really like go into, but the whole thing that's going on. Because the big surprise reveal at the ending was that Echidna was there at the school when he was going to school, right?
Didn't it look like she had a different kind of pin on her hair on the left side? And so for a second, I was thinking, it's like pink or red colored hairpin instead of I don't know, the first time.
She had that green butterfly the first time she came in. Let me see. We're checking right now. Yeah, she does have a different one.
Yeah,
it's like a red, just like a clip.
That's the first thing I noticed, and so I was like, "Is it a different witch?" But it sounds like Echidna, and
it's Echidna.
I mean, who else could it be? But I don't know if that's just her quote unquote like school or version of image, but I don't know.
But
I thought it was just weird.
Well, what made me when we saw her there, it made me think that this whole thing wasn't a memory. It was just like what Subaru wanted to do, or things Subaru wanted to say, right?
No, well,
is that how?
I didn't think it was the flashback.
Yes, it didn't feel like a flashback.
It was more like, because right before he passed out, like before we saw him in his room, in his world, it said, like, there's like a background voice that said you need to face your past first. Or something like that. So I feel like it was some kind of like trial that he needs to overcome and realize himself.
Yeah, I think it is part of the trial, but...
And so, I don't know. So, I never thought it was a flashback. I feel like it was more like he needs to overcome something.
Yeah. Because I was thinking it was a flashback before, because it seemed like he didn't know he was back in the past until he was talking to his dad on the bench. Then he saw Emilia. That's when he started like understanding.
Yeah.
But he was still getting those pains too throughout the chest pains, and I don't know if was it because of the witch Satella, or was it something else? Because I didn't know what it was from.
I don't know what was the pain. I don't know if it was just a pain. I don't know.
Because does that mean before he got transported, he was having those pains?
Yeah.
So it's like it was building up to him getting...
Maybe because I feel like he'd known... He did mention that it usually stops by 8 in the morning. So he was waiting for the clock to tick and for it to be 8. And then he said it usually gets done or the pain goes away by 8. But for some reason, it was already like a couple minutes past 8, and he was still feeling all those chest pains. What?
Nothing. But I don't know, because the whole thing just seems like a trial. But what stood out to you about the episode?
That there's a futon on the floor is one of the first things I noticed, and then the father did mention that he is his eldest son or child, or something like that. So in the back of my head, I'm thinking, does he have a sibling that they're not showing who it is?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was weird that he had a bed and there's a futon on the floor. Like, what? Like, there must be some kind of purpose. And then, again, the father said, "You're my eldest." He didn't say, "You're my only child." And so I feel like he has a sibling that's related to where he currently is at right now. Like, his current world. Like, not the human world, but the fantasy world. And so I feel like if he does have a sibling, probably, most likely a younger sibling, he or she would be probably in the world with him, is what I'm thinking. So I don't know. I know it's weird that that's one of the things that stood out for me, but the whole time I was watching the episode, that's what I was wondering about. Stood out the most for you?
The way his dad acted, almost exactly the same as him.
Yeah, except
they're real quirky, and then his whole story too was like, I think that's something. His reasoning for him being depressed was something more common in like these times, because it's like he's not living up to his father's image and his expectations that were set by him. So there's this him being good when he was younger and then not able to sustain
keep up with it. Yeah,
that kind of what's getting that kind of outcome every time he tries something.
Yeah.
So him not being the best kind of puts him into that state of mind where if I'm not gonna be the best, then I'm not even gonna try in this. And that's what he was mentioning before. Like, he just got bored. He's like, there's no point in pursuing whatever this is. Like, I know the example they gave, like, he was the fastest. So the thing he turned to was just being like the funny guy, is what he said, and acting out.
Yeah.
Like, finding attention in that way.
Yeah.
And
he didn't have like a stable circle of friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everybody have their own group of friends, but him, he seems like he's just kind of clinging onto whoever. It's
like they were only with him because of what the crazy stuff he was doing. It was just surface level friendship. It wasn't anything deep.
Yeah.
But, and then that I could see how that was hard for him, because he was left with nobody at one point. And then I think he even mentioned too where he kind of screwed up his high school debut when he first went, because he went in there and you can see like he was acting like himself, like his weird, like doing the little motions and poses and stuff and trying to be friendly. But I guess that's not cool, and I don't know, it's like not mature. It's not what the people are wanting.
Yeah.
So it turned into him being like outcast or being the weird kid.
Yeah.
And then that led to him not wanting to go to school at all. Yeah,
like, he did mention that, like, once a week he came to, like, three times a week.
Every 3 days. And
every other day, and then he just completely stopped going to school. And, I mean, it does tell, based on his room, like, he has his curtains shut. It's so dark in his room. It seems like he doesn't want to go out. He just wants to stay in bed and sleep until noon. And so it's like he was just kind of out of.
He has his TV right by the bed, so he can just be there in bed all day. But I just thought of something. What if, I don't know, maybe it's just too much, but the futon, isn't it when you have your friends over, they sleep on the floor?
But the thing is, he doesn't even have friends.
What if that's just saying
Who
that?
Who is he gonna invite?
What if it's just like he misses that? What if it's just showing how lonely he is? Because he wants
I'm not sure about that. I don't know. Maybe, but I'm not sure about that. I don't know.
I think it's a good idea. All right. Anyway, what else? Well, his mom looked just You said her eyes look just like. I had to look at a picture side by side.
Yeah.
And you were right.
As soon as they showed the mom's face, I was like, Subaru right there, female version.
And then she has the mom ponytail, like all the anime moms have. The one put to the side.
Calm voice,
Mm-hmm.
very kind,
Yeah.
very caring.
And what was the deal with the peas? They were having breakfast, and there was a big bowl of peas.
I don't know.
Does that mean something in Japan?
I don't know. I think that's like a common. I think the peas are like a common. Okay, so you know how in America, I guess it's like pickles here.
Yeah.
That you don't like as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And so in Japan, I think.
Or like broccoli.
Or broccoli. Okay, I think maybe broccoli. But I think in Japan, it's kind of like that. The same thing. Like peas is something that I guess the kids won't ever eat or don't like to eat, and then parents try to get them used to something like that. That way they grow healthy or whatever. But even the mother and the father don't even like it.
Yeah, that's just funny. That just tells you that they all have like really not immature but more playful personalities.
It seems like it's a very
loving,
pleasant family.
Mm-hmm.
It's just Subaru being a baby. I mean, I guess kind of.
I guess it's just mental issues for him.
Yeah.
Depression, but his parents were so supportive, which is like it's not something common in anime. Usually, the parents are dead or something, or they're mean or cold or gone. But it's like he had the opposite of that. He had two supportive parents that no matter what he was going through, they would still say he loved him and they loved him and they never gave up on him.
Yeah.
The whole time, which is really sweet. And then I think that was the whole point of the episode, where Subaru needs to just be. He keeps trying to live up to this.
To whatever people expect from him.
Yeah, this from his dad. This precipice, is that the word? I don't know. There's a word.
His own parents are not even expecting that much from him. It was just some random strangers that.
Yeah.
He keeps
just like your dad
going back to that memory from these random strangers that are telling him he's just like his dad.
Mm-hmm.
But his parents were never
like, you're definitely his son. So everyone's comparing him to his dad.
Yeah.
And what he got through going to this other world that we found out is that he can be himself, and that's what he learned, that he's able to be just be
himself, and people will
be attracted to him.
Yeah.
And they appreciate him for him.
Yeah, the right people will be staying with him for who he is, and nothing more than that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was basically the lesson of it all.
Mm-hmm. And then he had that talk with his dad, and then also he had the walk to school with his mom, and then she was like, "Take care" at the end, and he was happy, telling her. What did he say at the end? Like, "I will" or something?
What do you mean?
When he was waving to her when he was leaving.
I can't remember.
But it was just like something he wanted. Like, he just felt fulfilled after that.
Yeah.
And then he gets to school and he opens the classroom door, and then we see Echidna there, and she's like, "Yeah, you got here quicker than I thought." Again.
Yeah.
But then that makes me think that this was like you said, it was just the trial he was doing, and I think in his head, this is stuff that he's wanted to tell his parents that he didn't tell them before he got sent to another world.
If you think about it, this whole series, even the first season, it has been... A lot of it has been overcoming his own negative attitudes and personalities, I guess. Him overcoming those, and then once he overcome, like, the first part was... when he thinks he can do it all and that he's, but eventually he realizes that he needs other people helping him out too. Like, right?
Yeah.
And then now...
It's his own personal hurdles that he needs to get over, right?
Yeah, basically. And then so for this one, it was his past, and then I guess insecurities and being...
About his self-worth.
Yeah, I guess. So he overcame that.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah, but I really appreciated how supportive the parents were. I think that was one big thing that stood out to me. But yeah, what do you think? I don't think you missed anything.
I mean, we were trying to figure out the figurines, the posters on the walls, but it was too dark, and I just didn't feel like figuring it out.
Yeah,
like,
it didn't.
I don't know.
It didn't seem like any like real anime or manga. And his room was full of manga. Like he had shelves and shelves of it.
Yeah, it's weird. Well, it's not weird, but it's like kind of expected from him.
Yeah,
Kind of like a stereotype, almost.
Yeah, and we also were trying to figure out what job his dad did.
They never mentioned.
It didn't really. Yeah, it didn't mention it. If y'all noticed anything or they gave any hints to it,
probably
please let
could
us
search
know.
it up, and we probably won't ruin anything.
I don't want to risk it at all. I like being surprised. But anything else?
No, I think that's pretty much it.
Yep. Next episode, we should be talking to Echidna and maybe giving us her reasons for the trial and seeing if Amelia's doing her own trial herself. Probably. See what's going on with her. But thank y'all for listening and for watching. And you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Reddit, and listen to us on all the major podcasting apps and sites. And if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe. We really appreciate it.
We'll see y'all next time.
Peace.